and it has been tiring. My legs are tired.
Good evening, everybody. This is GC3, and I'm in the place to be. As you can see, I'm not in my studio this week because I'm actually on the road. So definitely a lot of fun being able to pick up my equipment and be able to do truly a mobile podcast away from home. But anyways, big stuff going on this weekend. I'm super excited. Got a special guest. Definitely one of my favorite 2028 prospects in Arizona. I've been watching her since she was in middle school and definitely a talented young lady. Without further ado, let me bring on 2028 combo guard Destinee Benway. Destinee, how are you doing this evening? Good to
I'm
see you.
good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm super excited. You know,
Well,
the cool thing is we're beating the Arizona Heat. I know, this is the Hoops Heat Check podcast, but this weekend I say we'll cool down a little bit because, back home I know it's about 120 degrees.
yes, on average.
However, let's talk about you're heating up. I mean, you're on the brinks of blowing up. I know right now we're both out in Oakland at the Gems in the Gym, Fresh Faces, Miles McGowan Coaches Classic, and I love what my friend Cameo Williams does with his event. I mean, it's so amazing. A lot of talent under one roof, and it's just like I just love it because it's one court. Quality over quantity, and each player who gets to play is playing on the main court. They have the spotlight, so. Let's talk about that. How are you enjoying the event so far?
I think this is a great event. I think it's very nice to see all these talented ladies getting together from 2028s, 2027s, multiple years. And it's awesome just to see how much we can come together and be able to show what we can do as individuals, but also put some team aspects into that as well. I think it's just a great opportunity in general for kids that aren't necessarily getting seen on a high level social media wise or anything like that. I think it's a great opportunity to meet some new people. Honestly, I'm super blessed. I've been invited the last couple years, and I'm super blessed that I was able to make it out this year.
Absolutely, and it's exciting to have you out. I mean, it's always
Yes.
a really good event.
Mhm.
There's a lot of talent, a lot of surefire Division I talent,
Yes.
and besides the opportunity you're getting, I feel like you're one of the prospects who is blazing opportunities for the future generations
Mhm.
because I've been able to cover Arizona girls basketball over the last few years, and I've been really seeing the growth of the game, the growth of the talent, the improvement, and you're one of those prospects who's blazing a new trail for the future prospects that are coming up in the state. I know you have a younger sister who's just as talented,
Yes.
so I know you're really blazing that trail for her to follow in your footsteps and maybe pass you, but I don't know. I know it's a very competitive
I don't know about
field.
that one. We'll see about that
Okay,
one.
so who would win in a game of horse then between you and your sister?
Me. One on
Okay,
one horse, anything, I'm beating her in anything.
I love it. I
That's
love
gonna
it.
be
That's so
forever. That is
awesome.
going to be forever. I do not care.
So let's talk about you completed. Let's go all the way back to the winter. You completed your freshman campaign. at Hamilton High. You guys did really well. You guys won the 6A state title. Congratulations. How did that feel to be a big part of it as a freshman?
Honestly, it took me a while to choose where I was going to go to high school. And the reason I chose Hamilton because I really saw the potential of being state champions. And I really saw the potential in the coaches, the school in general, and our team. We have some really good pieces and we play really well together as a team. And I knew that, like, just in general, like when we first got to practice, the way we were working, the way we were communicating, the way we were doing all of these things really showed that we could do great things. And honestly, I'm super blessed to have the opportunity to play such a big part in winning a 6A state championship as a freshman. And honestly, I wouldn't have gone any other place. And I can't wait to see what my sophomore year holds at Hamilton as well. So.
Absolutely. I'm very excited. I'm very familiar with
Mm-hmm.
Coach Trevor Nader out there. He does a really good job. Been watching him for the last few years.
Yeah.
Continue to get his program rocking and rolling, and I'm very excited to see because this year there's a lot of parity and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of talent across the state, especially in that 6A, even the open division as well. So
I agree.
it's going to be a lot of really good basketball this winter. So before we move on to the next aspect of the show, we're going to take a little bit of a commercial break. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. We'll be right back. Got bugs out of this world? Have no fear. Free Yourself Pest Control is here. Give Derek a call at 480-580-1549 for your free estimate today. Again, please support Free Yourself Pest Control as they sponsor and support local communities and youth sports events. And we're back again. Thanks again to Derek Freeman, Coach Derek Freeman, Free Yourself Pest Control, one of our sponsors for the show. Super grateful for him, always supporting us. And anyways, so back to our special guest, Destinee. So after you completed your winter season, winning that state title, you just flip that switch and go right in the club. I mean, you want to talk about that? You got to play with Jason Kidd Select, which is probably one of the top club programs in the country. So you want to talk about that?
Yes. Okay. So this year was my third year with Jason Kidd Select, and I'm telling you, like, the first practice, I knew it was going to be one of my best years yet. And I have no disappointments. Like, I had an amazing coach, Coach Allie. She really taught me how to, like, communicate through stuff. She's honestly a super intentional coach. So it led to the players having to be super intentional about what they're doing outside of practices, what they're doing inside of practices, what they're doing in games. Because she doesn't mess around. She is not a coach that likes to play around. So we had a really good season. I think we finished 33-3. I think overall what really worked for us was our leadership. Like, we all had like so much leadership on the team. We all communicated so well. We all bonded so well. Like, I've never been so close with a team. We were honestly like best friends. And I think that really can influence what happens on the court as well. And I think in the last weekend of Ohio, it was like the championship weekend. We lost to the same team twice in a row by single digits. And I feel like that really put things into perspective for us. We were like, because obviously we were disappointed. We wanted to end with winning the Power 24 circuit. But I think overall it taught us a good lesson. And then being able to go to Greece was absolutely amazing, a complete blessing. The food was amazing, the people were amazing, the water was amazing. So overall, definitely one of the best club seasons I've ever had.
No, that's awesome. And for people who don't know, Jason Kidd Select plays in the Select 40.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the top tier of the Power
Yes.
24, which is actually the top independent circuit, probably in the world.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't realize it because they get too caught up with, oh, you got to play with 3SSB or EYBL. I mean, to be honest, the Select 40, from my experience, being able to attend some of the events, they just have just as many, if not more, coaches in attendance.
I
and
completely agree.
some of the teams there are really, really, really talented. I know Jason Kidd Select, they pump out players left and
Yeah.
right, pump out a lot of Division I prospects year
Hmm.
after year. You know, Arizona kids, if I'm mistaken, we have Sage Henry that was there.
Yeah.
Um, Most recently, Talia Henderson,
Yeah.
played there. So
Hmm.
definitely a little bit of Arizona connection there with Jason.
Yes, for sure. I agree.
So before we move on to the last leg of the episode, we got one more commercial break. So we'll be back here in another 24 seconds.
Sounds great.
GC3 Apparel Fall Sale. Single-sided game uniforms $35 per set. Reversible uniforms starting at $65 per set. No art fee. Fast 2 to 3 week turnaround. Perfect for teens gearing up for the season. For questions or to get started, contact Molly at 480-387-7744 or email gc3apparel@gmail.com.
And we're back. So the last leg of the show, talking to Destinee Benway. For people who don't know, this is a prospect you should be getting on your radar. 2028, I have her in the top 5 statewide, with rankings. I definitely a talented young lady, and I know she's going to have an enormous sophomore campaign. And going into her junior year, I know her recruiting is going to heat up. Definitely a guard that knows how to strike the iron when it's hot. So, Destinee, moving forward, a few things. What is your goal going into the winter from now into the winter?
My goal is to become super consistent. Like everything I'm doing right now, whether that's shooting, having accurate passes, playing defense 94 feet, not getting tired, like I want to be able to consistently do my job every single game, every single practice. Never have, because you can never have a bad day if you do all the things you can control. And I want to be able to do all those things 100% 24/7. So I want to build my consistency. I'm going to stay in the gym, just work super hard during these games, do what I train, because that's huge. I have to, whatever I'm doing during the weekends, the weeks, I have to make sure I'm putting those into the games so I can improve and see what I need to get better at. Um, and just overall keep my mental right. Like confidence is key for sure. And if I keep my confidence up, I mean, I know like when I prep, I feel better about how I'm going to perform in games. So I really just have to keep myself where I'm at, keep myself where my feet are, and just keep on working towards what I want.
Well, that's just a great answer, and just the way you answered it has just kind of it got me really feeling like you're maturing, and your best basketball is like right ahead of you, and I
Thank
know
you.
it. Like I said, were one of my favorite prospects. Very exciting to watch, and the way you compete. So very excited for this winter. And the last thing before I let you go is, what do talk about your experience again with fall, with the fresh faces this fall, playing in front of some of the key scouts, including myself. We got Prentice Beverly, ball and prep. We got a few college coaches there as well. Everybody's just whispering, talking about, you know, the event. What can you say about it? Your experience to
All I
any.
can say is like I'm truly just blessed for the opportunity to have these connections. I'm super blessed to have the opportunity to be at Gems in the Gym. I think the whole event, all the people that are attached to it, it's just a complete blessing. And I won't take any of it for granted. I want to make sure that all of the people that I'm meeting, I have intentional conversations with. I really have enjoyed this experience, and I am very excited to see where it takes me.
Absolutely, and then we're excited here. I'm just as excited to see your career
It's
unfold. And
cutting out. You're cutting out.
I'm sorry, it might be but let me wrap it up. So again, I'm just completely blessed, to be following your journey. Super excited, for what the future holds, and again, thank you, Destiny, for joining us. And tune in, everybody. Thank you.